Alright guys, so today we are going to talk about the story of...
Cody Wall.
No. We are going to talk about the story of the little Red Hen. Do you guys know this story? Okay. Alright, so one day the little Red Hen was out in the barnyard, and the little Red Hen found a little teeny tiny grain in the ground, and she thought, this will make a lovely loaf of bread in the end. Who will help me? So, who will help me plant it, mill it, and bake it? So she goes off a little ways, and she sees her friend Duck. And Duck is swimming around in the pond, making this awful racket, going, So, little Red Hen says, what are you doing? And the duck says, I'm very busy. I am trying out for the duck opera. Well, the little Red Hen says, well, will you help me plant this little grain so that we can have bread in the end? And what do you think the little duck says? He says, no, not I, says the duck, and then he continues to sing. All right, okay. So then the little Red Hen continues onward, and the little Red Hen sees its friend Cat, and Cat is out in the yard sunning himself. The little Red Hen asks, will you be willing to help me with this grain? And the cat is like, can't you see that I'm busy? I'm sunning myself. I can't be bothered. Go away, little Red Hen. So the little Red Hen continues on until the little Red Hen sees Dog. And Dog is doing what Dog is always doing, which is trying to catch a squirrel. So the little Red Hen asks, Dog, will you help me? And what do you guys think the dog says? No. The dog says, no, I'm chasing squirrels. And continues chasing the squirrels. So what do you think the little Red Hen does? The little Red Hen goes back, and the little Red Hen plants the grain of seed all by herself.
So no one wanted to help her.
That's true. So soon the grain comes up, and the little Red Hen thinks to herself, it's time to harvest. It's time to harvest the grain so that I can make the bread. Who will help me? So
Mr. Nobody.
So she goes back. She goes back to the duck, and what do you think the duck says? No, not I, says the duck. Can't you see that I am trying out for the reality TV show Duck Star? I'm way too busy to help you harvest. So then the little Red Hen continues on shaking her head. And she goes and she finds the cat. And the cat is again sunning himself. Can everyone sun themselves? Sun, pretend like you're the cat sunning yourself. You're very busy sunning yourself. And the little Red Hen asks, will you help me? And what do you think? What do you think the cat says? No. I'm busy sunning myself. Can't you see? This is hard work. So, little Red Hen continues on until the little Red Hen sees Dog. And what do you guys think Dog is doing?
Catching a squirrel.
He's chasing squirrels. And so the little Red Hen says, will you help me? And the dog says, no, I'm busy chasing squirrels, can't you see? So what do you think the little Red Hen does?
She breaks it by herself.
She does it by herself. That's right. So, you knew it. You knew it. All right. So finally, the little red hen, it's time to bake the bread. And she says, certainly somebody's got to help me with that. So she goes and she asks the duck, who she can hear all the way from a half a block away. And the duck is just making the worst racket ever. The duck is going, and the little red hen is like, oh no, what are you doing, duck? And the duck is like, well, I have an audition for Star Search, and I am getting ready. And the duck continues to sing, and the little red hen says, well, will you help me? And what do you guys think the duck says? No! No, not I. And so the little red hen continues onward till she finds the cat. And the cat is still sunning himself. And the little red hen asks the cat, will you help me, cat, bake this bread? And the cat says, no, not I, for I'm still busy sunning myself, can't you see? Can everybody practice sunning themselves? Practice sunning yourself. All right. And finally, the little red hen goes until she finds Dog. And I'm afraid to say, Dog is still trying to catch that squirrel. And so little red hen asks, Dog, will you help me? Will you help me bake this bread? And Dog looks at her and goes, no, not I. I am actually busy, really, really busy chasing squirrels. So little red hen goes back to the barn, and what do you think she does? She bakes it all herself. So pretty soon, this wonderful aroma of bread is all over the barnyard. Everybody can smell it. It smells so good that the duck quits singing, and the cat quits sunning itself, and the dog quits chasing the squirrel, and they all rush into the barnyard to see what the wonderful smell is. And they go up to the little red hen, and they say, little red hen, that smells so great. What are you doing? And she says, well, I am baking bread. And who will help me with this bread? And you know what they say? They say, I will, said the duck. I will, said the cat. I will, said the dog. And you know what the little red hen says? She says, no, I'm not going to share with you. You didn't help me plant, you didn't help me sow, and you didn't help me bake the bread. I think I can handle eating this loaf of bread all by myself. And that, my friends, is the end story of the little red hen. Thank you very much. Good job. All right, so